In today's scriptures, Samuel, as well as Simon and his brother Andrew, receive a call from God, but it's not always clear at first. How do we hear a call from God? If you've been praying and learning with us for a while, you know that we in the Ignatian tradition believe we can find God in interacting with us in all things, all persons, all places, all situations. As followers of Jesus, we value paying attention to God's call because we know it's life-giving. We prioritize taking some quiet time so we can have an attentive spirit when God calls through the speaking and acting of others, whether in person or virtually like this, or in other forms of media. We try to cultivate a habit, a good habit, of looking at our experiences and asking, how is God acting, calling out to me, to us? For example, in the events a week or so ago at the Capitol, what is God saying to me in all that? Well, I know my heart said to me, this violence is not of God. God spoke to my heart. This violence is not of God. The truth is, sometimes we need to clarify the call from God, because sometimes we don't listen well for more than the obvious and superficial. We can get distracted by the discomfort of a situation, and even distracted sometimes by the comfort of a situation, preferring to cling to power and pleasure, the status quo, rather than be open to what God is calling me to do, open to who God is calling me to be. Honestly, I can remember a time in my life when I was clinging to doing advanced studies in psychology or psychiatry. And truthfully, in the restlessness of a night, in a dream, eventually I discerned God's calling me in another direction. Like Samuel, we often need to discern or figure out what God is saying to me. We need to check out stuff with our friends, with other faithful followers of Jesus, with mentors, like a spiritual director, to discover over time whether this is from God. Doubt is natural. It's okay to be human. Recently, we have witnessed the danger of blindly barreling on ahead with a self-righteous spirit. We do need to discern, is there really what God I'm hearing in this situation? Is this God calling to us? Many of you know about our Ignatian practice of the examen. We prioritize taking 10, 15 minutes to be careful in taking a look, listening for, getting a sense for the ways God is speaking to me through my experience. But carefully discern God's voice in the chaos. Keep the relationship with God central, knowing and trusting that God is with us, and so are good people of God. God can and will save us, and that's worth celebrating.